Basically, when we discussed them today, we didn't see any problems that would cause a breakdown such as the one that is alleged to have occurred. The things that were discussed today more dealt with efficiency and how we could better accomplish a less time period that a citizen receives a citation to come into court and have his day in court.
Counselor, how long, in your estimation, has this been going on?
Well, now the Cook case itself was not discussed today. We didn't go over any part of it. We tried to remedy any security measures and talking in our procedure today, but that case was not discussed at all. And frankly, I have no evidence from the police department as to how long it might have been going on.
Do you feel that this was a one-man operation, or do you feel that there possibly were more people involved?
I think from the city standpoint, the only evidence we've had is that it does involve just one person.
Do you have any estimate of the money that was taken?
I do not have any idea. Now, this evidence is going to be presented to the grand jury, you understand? Mm-hmm. And I'd rather reserve comment on that until after the grand jury has heard the testimony.
Will charges be brought against Deputy Cook?
Only in since we're going to take it to the grand jury and give the grand jury the evidence that we have. And from that standpoint, it'll be up to the grand jury.
Will further arrests be made? I understand that 3 people have been arrested in connection with this case already. Will there be more arrests?
You'll have to see Chief Dyson about that. I don't know.
But we are entering into a very definite controlled economy, and of a even less definite duration. And it will be even harder to rid ourselves of these controls than it has been to impose them. I think that that's a sad truth of life. Once we lose our freedom, then it's exceedingly difficult to restore it.
I had a miss a squib. I had a squib load. Yeah. One of them just went out like that. Yeah. But they did have 2 ways that they could test their speed, whereas we use electronic timers that'll take you right down to 1,000th of a second. And the 2 ways they had, one of them they could just use once, you know. But the other one they call a poker chip draw.
Can you show me what that is?
Well, yes, I'll use this ping pong ball. Now the idea of that, if one of them could hold a poker chip on the back of his hand, I'll use a ping pong ball. They were more available than poker chips were in those days, you know. So if he could drop it, draw, and shoot before it hit the ground, then he was considered to be a real fast gun, and the rest of them were kind of stiff-legged around him, you know, kind of polite to him. So I'll try this, and it's a little hard to get your ear and your eye right together. So watch the ball and listen to the shot and see if I... Did I get it off, Jay?
Just about right there, at your knee.
That's a long way on me. You know, these little old balls seem to drop fast every year. But I'm ready for that, because when I get slowed down to where I can't do it anymore, then I start to cheat. The way you cheat is to give yourself a little more time, make the ball drop a little slower. I'll see if I can show you what I mean. I hold the ball here. See, while it's in the air like that, it gives you more time. That's cheating.
I am most pleased that the President chose a Democrat, our former governor, John Connally, to run Phase 2, because no man in my memory has made such an impression on the people as a whole or on the people who are in our government. And I think that I can safely say that that man today wields more power, has more respect in Washington than any other man next to the President of the United States. And I thank goodness that a man of his knowledge, of his down-to-earth approach, is the man that is going to be the top man in this Phase 2 operation.
Howdy, Tex.
Well, howdy, Tex.
Tex, I've come for my money.
That's an unneighborly sort of thing for you to say. You know you done about halfway my feelings.
Yeah, well, if I don't get more than my money, I'm gonna more than halfway hurt more than your feelings.
You hadn't ought to said that. Now I got to kill him.
Oh, yeah? Well, you just go for it, Tex.
Do what?
I say go for it. I say slap leather.
You inviting me to draw fuzz on you?
Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
I couldn't do that. That's contrary to the code.
What code?
The code of the even break. Why, I ain't never drawed first on a man in my life, have I, Tex?
Huh?